So, you got something that you want to share with me today, don't you, Cushy?
I found an interesting story that I wanted to share
Yeah.
out to you.
Okay.
Wonderfully interesting it was because it was very fascinating. So, this is by Pipe Humble 1812 on Reddit. So, the title is Jake got angry that he arrived 7 hours before and I wasn't there. Maybe I was in the wrong not to rush to him. I am female 40 and he is male 52. Story time, here we go. So she's been chatting to a man online, lives in a different state from her, and they've been chatting for the last 4 months. So they've been talking every day online and on the phone for a few hours at a time, and they decided to meet today. So he drove 8 hours to see her and arranged to meet at a coffee shop at 2 p.m. So then on the day of the date, he calls her and tells her that he drove all night to see her and has arrived at 7 a.m. They're going to meet at 2 p.m. Arrived at 7 a.m. So she had things on in the morning and wasn't able to leave to see him straight away. She did cancel some appointments and was in a hurry to see him earlier too. So she got an angry call from him at 11:45 asking how much longer I'll be and where I am, and said that he's leaving in 30 to 45 minutes and I will see him soon. And she said she will see him soon. So 15 minutes later he calls again, shouting at her, saying that she's playing games with him and he's sick of waiting for her and that he'll be driving home and forget the coffee date. So she manages to calm him down and she left what she was doing, which was getting her hair done. So she left the place with half of her hair done and then went to see him immediately. When she got to the coffee shop, he was cold and angry and he said, "You're not what I want. I don't want a woman that takes forever to come to me." Even that line, "I don't want a woman that takes forever to come to me," was very fascinating. And so then she tried to explain to him that we had arranged to meet at 2, and just because he decided to drive all night to see her and drive early, that was great, but she couldn't drop everything to see him. He was so angry and he was rude to the staff as well, and he was complaining that the coffee wasn't good and it was cold, etc. Everything was bothering him, and in the end he just left me there and he said he was leaving, he's going home. She says, "My heart is broken as I spent 4 months getting to know this man, so many hours online and on the phone, and this is how it ended." He said he felt if I was serious about him, I would have arrived within 2 hours of him arriving instead of coming at the time we had both arranged. Am I in the wrong and I messed all this up? Should I have done something different, and would the outcome have been different if she had done something different? I found the story really fascinating in the wording. Did you enjoy my story?
Guy arrives at 7 a.m. for a 2 p.m. date. And the girl is questioning whether or not she acted. Okay, so basically the only reason why she's questioning is because she's invested. She's invested this time and energy. So she's like waiting at 2 p.m. excitedly to go see this guy that she's been getting to know. And then all of a sudden she gets a message at 7 a.m. to say like, "I'm here, like come." And she's meant to throw her whole day away. Well, if this wasn't like, it's telling you exactly what your relationship was going to be like, you're going to have to be like, this person seems like they would demand you to do whatever they need you to do when they feel that it's appropriate. That you would have arrived within 2 hours, some arbitrary time thing, like 2 hours depending on what, like 2 hours, like you would arrive within 2 hours. They're just so vague of like, it means nothing. That just someone arriving and then later on, like you would be there for 2 hours and somehow that's a sign of it. You can see how this is a generalization fallacy, right? Like the fact that she didn't arrive within 2 hours means that she's not serious enough about it. And well, I would also agree. She wasn't serious enough about it because really you're not someone to be serious about. When you confirm with someone that it's a 2 p.m. start, and then you're not serious enough in your own life that you then stick to that, you think it's just some game, then it was you who was not being serious. The serious date and time was at 2 p.m. You came at 7 a.m. Like the person in this story came at 7 a.m. They were not being serious. They were the ones not being serious. If they were serious, they would have rocked up at 2 p.m. like they had organized and arranged to be able to seriously meet you. So for whatever reasons, this person's social anxiety, this person's fear of failure in relationships means that they are jeopardizing their own relationship. They did this. This guy has no intention of being in a mutual relationship with someone. He's there to live his life and be a brute to the people around him. Look, it's completely disrespectful to organize a time, to seriously lock in your calendar, to make arrangements for it, to then be told that you're not being serious.
Yeah, exactly. And then to like manipulate the person to make them feel like they're not serious and like demanding on the phone and stuff. For me, if they then call to say like, hey, I'm here, you're not coming, if you don't come in this much time, I'm going to go back home. Cool, go back home, bye. Right? But because you can see her mindset is like, but I've already invested 4 months. How many times have we heard people say, oh, but I've already invested this much, so what? You should take more reviews, you should take more situations. Like, just because you've invested, like even a good investor knows when to take out their money. It's not like, oh, I've already put 1 million in, I'll just put another 3 million in to see that this doesn't turn out worse, right? It's like, no, in like 5 years time you'll be in a worse situation, so just pull the plug there.
If this was the first impression that he was willing to show, then this kind of shows you, if this is how he was after, like when it wasn't shored up, when the relationship wasn't shored up, this is how he acted, this is how he demanded your attention, your time. This person is not here to accentuate you and to help you live the best life for you. Otherwise, he would have been much more questioning. There would have been much more information about, I'm really sorry to put you out, I hope you don't have any appointments. There would have been much more concern and consideration for what he did in this role. And instead of him, well, in this story, it doesn't sound like that he has acknowledged that he's rocked up early. It's just kind of like, hey, I'm here, I'm excited to see you, when can I see you? As opposed to the big, issue here of like, what the fuck? Why did you come at 7 a.m? Like, do you not know how to read time? Like, do you not know how to communicate effectively? Like, all these are red flags, right? If you don't know basic arithmetic to be able to do on time, like, could you imagine living with someone? Like, I guess they're never going to pay bills on time.
Or they're just making up, as you said, arbitrary rules. So, like, how many rules are there going to be if they're already this has started? Like, also, like, if you've come to a new location, then enjoy the freaking location till 2 p.m. Yes, you're excited. And you can be like, hey, I'm here. I was really excited to see you. I'm just going to do da-da-da till 2. But if you finish earlier with whatever you have planned today, then, like, feel free to, like, just message me when you're free if you're earlier. And then we can, hang out or whatever. But just the, like, oh, I'm at the coffee shop. I'm here. It's like, cool, that's great. But before you started driving, did you let me know, hey, I'm planning to, or like, obviously you wanted it to be a surprise. You wanted it to be a surprise. However, the audacity to demand that you be there at the coffee shop. Yeah. And you can see her like self-love and her like self-worth of feeling like, oh no.
Even her even questioning that this is something that, you should do. Like, no, definitely.
It's a red flag, freaking run. Don't even leave your appointment, enjoy your hair, go freaking
the expectations that this guy has on your life is just absolutely out of this world.
And that's why it makes sense that he's single at 52. Because
with a mirror with the failed relationships and everything. His communication sucks. His ability to collaborate and to work together sucks. There's massive red flags. And you even doubting yourself is a massive red flag on you as well. But it's good to see you going out and reaching.
And then the update was that then after it was back on the single site this morning she says looking for love. But then the pattern continues. But yes, love yourself enough that when you see a red flag, freaking run and away, not towards them, away from them. Enjoy your appointments, put yourself first, because I feel like in relationships, especially when you're like getting into relationships and learning about relationships and stuff, the importance of putting yourself first is so important in terms of like not just blending and merging and forgetting about your dreams, your goals, your aspirations.
Never forget that. Hang on to yourself. The whole point that someone wants to be with you is because you are you. You have your dreams, your aspirations, your skills, your experience, your faults. You, uniquely you. Embrace you, and you'll find someone that also embraces. Have a wonderful day.